Hello, welcome either to or back to my channel. So today I'm going to be explaining outfit styling to you in the way that I do it, because I get a lot of questions about kind of, I guess, my style. And then also people, I feel like maybe it's hard for them to develop a personal sense of style, which I kind of really understand. As someone who lives in the UK and went to, you know, school, we have uniforms. In the UK, it's just the norm to wear a school uniform, but it does sort of suck the individuality out of you at a very early age. Currently, I'm able to explore my style more because I work somewhere where I don't have a uniform and it's just casual and they just let me wear whatever I want pretty much. I'm going to sort of explain to you the process that I feel like I went through in order to develop my personal sense of style, and then I guess sort of giving you examples of how I would style an outfit. I feel like the most important thing and like step one is to sort of understand what styles you gravitate towards. So you don't have to fit into one specific style. Like, that is not something that I feel like is very attainable for most people. I feel like in the summer months I'm very like fairy, kind of whimsical, and then in the winter I just kind of want to look like a bit of a vampire. So you might have quite a few styles that you really like, and you can sort of like cross-reference pieces from certain outfits that fit into one style, and then you can also wear that piece with a different outfit and it fits into a different style. So for me, I feel like Pinterest, TikTok is a really great way to figure out the style that you really like. So for me, obviously, Whimsygoth, the staples of these outfits typically tend to be long skirts and layering, baggy things, jumpers. When it comes to the vampy side of things, it's very like black, can be red. I kind of like to incorporate either a blue or a purple in there because I just feel like it fits me better. Kind of layering, but for the most part it's just like dark attire, maybe a bit tight in places, but it doesn't have that much of a strict guideline. It's basically just you wear black and then your makeup sort of caters towards a lot of the rest of it. I also feel like it's really important to sort of distinguish your colour palette. So the colour palette, I just mean as in the colours that you gravitate towards when you are buying clothes. So for me, I gravitate towards a lot of greens, a lot of purples, maroons, black. That is sort of my realm, and it has been for a really long time. If you are the type of person that sort of caters to like every colour, then that's fine. It doesn't really matter that much. It just means you have a bit more leeway as to what you buy and what you style together. So I'm not particularly a rainbowy person. Kind of wish I was, but it really just doesn't feel like me, if that makes sense. It just means that you sort of know the realm of what you kind of want and what you know you're going to wear, I think is the more important thing, because it's like there's stepping outside of your comfort zone and then there's buying things that you don't really know if you're going to wear or not. So especially when it comes to like a new aesthetic that you're bringing yourself into, you kind of need to ease your way into it, I find. For some people not so much, but for me personally, like I felt like, especially with long skirts, wasn't used to wearing skirts at all, so I really had to like ease myself into it. And now I'm fine and I'm comfortable, but I can really understand the feeling of like wearing an outfit, going out and just feeling like you want to crawl out of your own skin because you just feel uncomfortable because you don't feel like you normally would. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like you'll understand what I mean. It kind of feels like when you wear an outfit that you're not like comfortable in, you just feel like everyone's staring at you and everyone knows that that's the first time you've ever worn that outfit. So yeah, anyway, Pinterest, I feel like getting Pinterest boards, getting inspo is very helpful because it means that you can then move on to staple pieces, which is kind of the best way to start out. I would always recommend when you're easing into any kind of style to buy a handful of staple pieces that you can pair together in a lot of different outfits. Because if you're buying something like, I don't know, I feel like dresses, for me, I feel like dresses are kind of hard because a dress you're not going to wear every day, maybe you would, but for me, I wouldn't wear a dress every day. So for me, I wouldn't really want to buy too many dresses, especially long ones, things like that. I wouldn't want to buy too many dresses because I know that I'm not going to have them in my daily attire. For me, because I live in the UK, the things I wear a lot are jumpers. So I have a lot of jumpers that I can wear. Not this time of year, but for like a good portion of the year, I can wear jumpers pretty much every single day. And also in the bottoms region now, I wear a lot of long skirts and they work all year round pretty much because they cover quite a good portion of your body and you can wear leggings underneath. But also obviously trousers, cargos, like those are some staples. When it comes to a lot of aesthetics, I don't know if like layering incorporates into every aesthetic, but the aesthetics that I follow, they do sort of do a lot of layering. So for me, a lot of basic staples would be things that are easy to put underneath something just to zhuzh it up a little bit. So like I have two of these. I have it in this colour and then I have a black one as well, just some vest tops just to put underneath things, whether for extra warmth or just to give you a bit of coverage. That's kind of something that you could easily get your hands on and you can put in a lot of outfits. So I have quite a lot of long skirts, again in colours that I know that I'm going to wear. Yeah, I have them in black. I have them in, this is like a grey kind of almost purple kind of tone. Purples, things like that. I think you get the gist. So again, the staples that you want to buy, I feel like, are things that one, pair together with the other colours that you like to wear a lot. I mean, mine are, you know, kind of dark shades, so they don't really clash that much, so it's not that hard to buy stuff that goes together. And for sake of wearability, it's just good to get stuff that kind of meshes well. I also have a lot of cami tops. Unfortunately, a couple of the ones that I bought don't really fit me that well, which is really annoying. I have like kind of, that's, you know, greens and browns, and then I do have this brown. This one doesn't fit me unfortunately, but I would tend to buy something in a brown. I also have one in a purple. I just have a lot of vesty tops because, you know, those are really easy to chuck on in the summer and you don't need to have that many really, and they're also quite easy to get your hands on again. In terms of jumpers, that's again something that I wear a lot, but especially in the colder weather. I'll put like a top on underneath and then I'll put a jumper over the top. Because that's kind of boring, I feel like the easiest way to zhuzh up outfits in the winter is jewelry. Jewelry and cardigans, they really add to a look. I feel like it just sort of helps bring the whole kind of look together. So the aesthetics again that I follow, you know, you're wearing a lot of rings, you're wearing a lot of bracelets, necklaces, earrings, and then there's the makeup. I do also feel like that sort of runs that same kind of line in a lot of aesthetics. A lot of them are kind of heavy on the jewelry accessories kind of vibe. Kind of staple, to be honest with you, because you don't need to buy that many pieces of jewelry. If your colour is gold, I feel like obviously this is a bit of a harder one to achieve, but because my colour is silver, I could either get surgical steel, which is very, very cheap, easy to get your hands on jewellery. Sterling silver is very easy to get your hands on because it's cheap. I tend to buy, well, a lot of my jewellery either secondhand, or I tend to buy a lot of my jewellery either from like small business or Regal Rose, which is my, hands down, my favourite brand. I do have a code if you want to use it. I just really love their jewellery. It's just versatile. It's a staple. It doesn't really matter what it is you're pairing it with. You can put it with any outfit and then it just adds to an outfit. And again, I buy jewelry that kind of complements the colour palette that I work with. So I have greens, I have purples, all of that meshes well together. Ultimately, there should be at least some pieces that you can interchange. Another thing, again, you know, it might be a bit time consuming, but this is a really great thing to do, is you can always style things and just add bits to it. And by that I mean, like, if you had a top that was kind of boring and it didn't really fit the aesthetic you were going for, instead of buying something else, you could upcycle it and add some bits to it. So you know, you could add like a bow to it, you could dye it if you wanted to. Like, I'm considering dyeing some clothes that I have to a different colour, just so that I'm not getting rid of it, I don't have to really spend a lot of money, and I can just dye a bunch of stuff a colour that I actually want to wear. So you could do that with a lot of the clothing that you already own. So like, if you like a vest top that you own, and you like the fit and all that kind of thing, but the colour you just never really wear, buy a colour you know you're going to wear and then dye it that colour. You can always add things to it. Like, you could stitch on some ribbon and then like tie it up like into like maybe a corset. You know, you can buy some like buttons and sew them on. Like, there's so many things that you can do with stuff that you already own, and it doesn't mean that you have to go and like break the bank and buy a load of new stuff. So when it comes to how I style things, I'm going to talk you through how like I personally would style an outfit. So firstly, we're going to start off with skirts. So skirts, I tend to go sort of like one of three ways basically. So it'll either be currently what I'm wearing, which is like crop top, skirt, whether it be long or slightly shorter, with a cardigan over it. It's quite hot, so like, you know, you want a breezy cardigan that you could take off. It's kind of like a simple outfit, but it's still cute, fits the aesthetic. And then I just chuck on some jewelry, and I tend to wear a lot of bracelets when my arms are out. Like in the winter, I don't really wear bracelets that much because you can't see them. And I also like to pair some like fun earrings with it, necklaces, that kind of thing. The sort of second way I style skirts is I will put on something that is like, I'll put on a vest top, but then I might pair 2 vest tops together just so it's a bit more warm, maybe something long sleeve with a vest top over the top of it, just for the months where it's starting to get colder. And then I'll usually put a cardigan over it if I'm wearing a vest top that I don't know, some vest tops don't really allow you to put something underneath. Like this is quite tight, I don't really know if I can get something underneath it. Sometimes I layer cardigans, or you can take a bolero, which I do this very frequently, and put it underneath the cardigan that I'm wearing. Doesn't really work with this one, but if you've got a long sleeve cardigan on and you're not feeling warm enough but you don't really know what else to put on underneath it because you just feel like the outfit is fine how it is, I always put a bolero underneath my cardigan because you can't see it and it's also tiny, but it still adds some warmth. Always a great thing to do. The final way that I tend to style skirts is jumpers. So if it's like a long jumper, I tend to like to put over it just to make it more comfy and also to make it warm. So if I'm wearing a long skirt in the winter, I might put some leggings underneath it or some fun tights. Fun tights you can do any time of the year, but obviously in the winter it's just a good way of like adding some extra warmth and stopping your thighs from rubbing together. And then what I'll do is I'll layer whatever underneath it, put my jumper over the top of it, and then if it's really cold, once again, I'll put some cardigans over the top of it. I feel like that's just a really great way to add some extra layers, add some warmth, but you're still styling what you're wearing, if that makes sense. The same principle kind of runs with jeans or cargos, whatever. That's kind of the way I tend to style things. So if you imagine the top part is essentially the pieces that I'm styling the most, I'm adding layers, whatever, bottom piece kind of stays the same, but you know, in the scenario, you're swapping the skirt out for a pair of trousers. I also kind of like to wear, I have a pair of green shoes that I wear a lot. They're the same color as this, which is like camo, khaki green. They go with most of the outfits I wear. Same principle, trousers, and then I just style the top in the kind of the same manner. When it comes to dresses, it's kind of just the same principle where, you know, there's not quite a lot you can zhuzh up unless you're putting like a vest top underneath it or like a long sleeve underneath it. But obviously not all dresses kind of allow that. So if you can't really do that, what I tend to do is obviously put cardigans on it, whatever. If it's too hot, just a cardigan, and again, you're adding lots of jewelry. That's kind of how I would work it, and also again tights. There's not too much you can do with a dress unless you're gonna put like, I don't know, like a belt on it or like a corset type vibe, or you might tie something around it to layer it up. That is kind of, you know, there are ways you can zhuzh it up, but I just personally am not into that kind of layering at the moment. I might get to that at some point, I just don't have anything to layer over those kinds of things. So yeah, that's kind of the way that I would do it. That's the way I would style things. I do hope that this kind of helped you figure out maybe how you want to style stuff, or just help you figure out how I tend to do it just in general. I'm really happy to do more of these videos. I really love doing styling videos. I have some vintage stuff that has come in and I am prepared in the next couple of weeks to do another haul again. I got paid, all right, and I found some really good stuff for good prices, but I did freak out when I realized how much I'd spent in the last one. Anyway, not the point. More outfit stuff to come, so be excited about that, and more vintage hauls. So yeah, if you have any other video suggestions, please let me know in the comments, and in the meantime, I hope that you really enjoyed this video and I hope to see you in my next one.